Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. Pixie, welcome. What's up, Catboy Lucius? What's up? Such a priestly thing to say. Yes. What's up? I hope everything's going fly. Hello, Imari. I dislike peas. Hello. Welcome. I'm looking so priestly. Chad, I was not able to find any priest VTuber assets. I'm so sad, but we got the backdrop. Yes. Let me see. Some Gregorian chants. We can do it two ways, chat. We can do the atmosphere in two ways. We can just have a Gregorian chants in the background. Or we can have a very atmospheric. Actually, wait, this has Gregorian chants with it. Here we go. Actually, I like this. Welcome. Let me know if you can hear this, by the way. Maybe you can't. There we go. What is happening today, chat, is you have submitted to me. You have submitted to me confessions. We are doing a confessional of sinful things you have done. And we got quite a few responses. I think we have 14, isn't that right, mods? Just to double check that that is the correct number. Let me know. So how is this going to work? Well, you are going to be doing penance, chat. Well, 14 of them. Perfect. You're going to be doing penance. I will read your confession. I will give my priestly opinion about it. And then I will tell you whether this is a forgivable sin or not, or whether you deserve to be cast down into the bowels of hell. Yes, quite. Of course, it's all in jest, chat. All in jest. Wink, nudge. Uh-oh, yes, exactly. Because, I am the expert opinion here. I'm the expert opinion. So, there we go. Let me double check something really quickly. There we go. Perfect. All right. Just to let you know, chat, I have not read the responses. I have not read your confessions. But I did say that more NSFW topics are allowed. Hi stream, how are you doing, Sonic? More NSFW topics are allowed. So, if you're watching this in public, do know that some of the confessions may be a little bit more spicy. Of course, as this is a church, I am expecting nothing but, safe work topics, but for some reason, on Friday I did say NSFW was allowed, so, Anyway, I think it is about time. To start. Only wholesome confessions? Exactly. Let's start with the first confession. These are all anonymous, by the way. You do not have any, You do not have to be afraid of any of the, repercussions that comes with non-anonymity. I can't say the words non-anonymity. Oh god, it's going so bad, chat. Non-anonymity? Non-anonymity. Try saying that like 3 times, chat. Also, if your message does not get read, it's probably because it might have been a little bit too heavy for the stream, or might have been against the rules stated, right? So, don't say in the chat like, hey, I put in a message that goes like, you know, completely against the purpose of the stream that we're doing. All right, let's start with the first one. A few years ago, I moved out of an apartment that I shared with a toxic ex. He said that he'd been keeping my TV because he quote-unquote deserved it, and I honestly didn't care enough to argue. When it came time for me to leave, he left me alone in the apartment to pack my things while he drank with his friends. So I stole all of the remotes and controllers in the house. I don't regret it though, not even remotely. All right. Okay, wait. God fucking damn it. That's good. I like that, chat. Right, back in character. Theft is a heinous sin. However, I will say that isn't it in the Bible that says an eye for an eye? And I think that a controller for toxicity is probably a decent result. I don't think this is worthy of being cast down into the 9 layers of hell. I think this is fucking hilarious, actually. This is really funny. Yeah, good on you. Honestly, like I thought this was going to go in a way where it's like you just took the TV while it was out, but you made it way more creative. That's like pettiness that I can like appreciate. I love that level of petty. They get wings. Yeah, they did. You get a free Red Bull. That's very good. That's very funny. Yes, you, chatter, you are absolved of your sins. Damn, I should have had like a sound effect. Wait. Maybe I can impromptu have a sound effect. Wait, holy chant as effects. Heavenly sound effect. There we go. I just gotta play that one every single time. What will we have for our like going into hell sound effect? Wait, intro suffix. What about this? Wait. Wait, it's not loading. No, Firefox, don't do this to me. Firefox, you're going to hell if you don't play this video right now. You're going to hell if you don't play this video. You fucker. SFX. Scream. What about this? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm so sorry, chat. What about this?
Don't be a bonus.
No. What is this?
Okay, it's level. It's a part.
Okay, wait. That's a good one. Is that too loud, chat? I feel like if I'm doing scream sound effects, then it's just going to be obnoxiously like, damn it. What about like falling SFX? Okay, that's funny. That's funny. We'll do that one. We'll do that one. Perfect. Perfect. Great. Okay. That's it. That's it. 100%. 100%. All right. Second confession. Step up to the podium, unnamed person. I have never had a partner get me off with a breaking heart emoji. Well, that isn't on you, though. I don't think that is a sin. Actually, you know, if you want to be like super hardcore Christian, you would say that's like the most virtuous quote unquote you can be, but we don't subscribe to those ideas here. No, that's not on you. That's not even a sin. That just you know. I do hope that you find the right person eventually. And yeah, you are completely absolved of your, you know, that wasn't even a sin. We'll just play the fucking sound effect. Play the sound effect. There we go. All right. Welcome to heaven. We got breakfast for free here. All right. Bebop, thank you so much for the sub. That honestly, chat, sub, but we're doing it so fucking properly Catholic. Sub gets you at least 1 month in heaven. 1 month in heaven. Yay! Yay! Let's go. All right. Let's not go overboard sound effects. It's only 1 month. All right. Thank you so much, Bebop. Third confession. Step up to the podium. Why are you bringing like uncooked clams onto the podium? Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Are we in a cave? Is the reverb too much? I'll turn it down a little bit. It's supposed to be a church. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Good start. When I was 20, I smoked weed in my room using a dumb DIY apple pipe. Apple pipe? From like an actual apple? My sister caught me and immediately snitched. I was expecting my mom to freak out, but instead, she pulled me aside and quietly asked if there was any left. So not only did you smoke the devil's lettuce, you also influenced your mother to take part in such heinous activities. Such heinous activities, chat. And as you all know, me, Orpheus VA, your priest would never engage with such recreational abandonment. Influence, she's older. Influence can come from any which way. You know, if a skater boy teenager were to tell me that I'm lame, you better believe that I will be, showing up at the skate park and doing sick wheelies. So influence goes both ways. I did say that smoking weed, stuff like that is allowed to be mentioned in the confession, but that does not mean that that you, I'm sorry to say, will not be going into the 9 layers of hell. 420 Blaze it, by the way. Honestly, they probably have. There we go. They probably have some good fucking weed in hell, though, so it's probably not that bad for you. It's probably not that bad. Okay? All right. Oh, this is a long one. It is strict here. Look, we can't, okay. Heaven I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know this, chat. Heaven, it has a fucking limit. It has a fucking limit. We can't just accept everyone willy-nilly. It used to be so much more strict, you know? It used to be so much more strict. But we're getting full capacity, okay? And hell is a little bit bigger, so you know I'm just making up Christian lore here. But you know, we gotta have some people working in hell. We gotta have some people enjoying it up in heaven, okay? Your fourth confession. Come to me. Come to me. Not that way. Not that way. Hey, you're off to a wrong start here. Okay. I wrote fan fiction and learned one of my online friends had read it. I wrote fan fiction and spicy fanfic of my favorite fandom. If I reread it now, it would be okay, but you could tell me I didn't know how to write authentic spicy scenes. I was part of a Discord server that was dedicated to the show where I met my first group of online friends. Eventually, I left that server, but stayed in touch with a few of those online friends. I fell into another anime series, and one of my online friends liked that series too. At the time, we also joined another Discord server that was dedicated to that series. This series, at the time, the anime was still airing while the original source material was still ongoing and getting translated into English for the American audience. So of course, what do fans do when they want more of their favorite series? They write fanfic and draw fan art. I wanted more source material featuring the main couple, so I read a bunch of fans' translated short stories and /or fanfics. I remember reading this one fanfic, and I really liked it. It was sweet. It was a sweet, wholesome story, and for some reason, I had this feeling that my friend wrote it. Although I've never met her in real life, nor previously read or knew of her hobby of writing besides the text messages, we exchanged for the past 2 years and counting. For the past 2 years and counting, I had this feeling this was something she would write. After some time had passed, and one day we decided to catch up. During our voice call, the topic of fanfiction came up, and she mentioned writing a fanfic describing the exact concepts and plot of the fanfic that I read. I then said, "Wait, so are you the username? Because I think I read your story." She laughed and sounded a bit embarrassed. I then said, "Hey, if it makes you feel better, I wrote fanfic for that said first show series, but I went by a different name." I told her what my other username was, and I could hear her mouth drop. "Wait, I read your stories." Now it was my turn to get embarrassed because I never thought I would ever get to talk to someone who has read my fanfics. As it turned out, she liked my stories. Unsure if she has read the spicy ones or not, but complimented. I was one of the better writers on that platform featuring that series, Wattpad. We had a good laugh and moved on. This is so cute. This is so cute. What the hell? That's a fun one. That's a fun one. So that's like a fucking fan fiction idea in and of itself. Right? Like, or like almost like a manga series, like one person writing like spicy fanfic and the other person as well, and you both are into it, but you don't know that you read it. That is so cute, chat. What the hell? That literally is something straight out of a manga. However, you did say you were writing spicy material, okay? Is that sinful? Now, here's the thing, right? The Bible also has some spicy stuff in there. I think it was the hymns, the poems of Solomon, right? So, because I don't know the contents, right? I can't say whether it's appropriate or not. Have mercy on them. Have mercy on me. So I think you are pretty in the clear. Plus, you know, I think that there is a spot up there for you because it is a very cute story. It's a very cute story. Congratulations. There we go. There we go. Welcome. Welcome. The tax rate in heaven is quite high. Just so you know, it's around 60%. So you better have saved up enough during your lifetime. Here we go. Fifth confession. Come up to the podium. Yeah. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. No. Guns are not allowed up on the podium. Just. Yeah, exactly. No, bazookas, not bazookas either. No. Okay. All right. Me and my first love still like each other, but now we're with different people, so it's really awkward sometimes. Ooh, love the streams. Oh no. Whoa, that's heavy. I will say that if you if you like each other more than your partners, it's probably a good idea to just break up and get together. You know, I feel like it's not fair to either one of your partners to, you know, keep that going, or otherwise go no contact if you also still have feelings for your partner. No need to hurt your partner. Exactly. Now, whether you go, it's a good audio idea. It's kind of a good audio idea. I will agree with that. I think, this is an interesting one. Here's the thing, right? You have not sinned yet. However, if you keep this going and cheat in any way, right, emotional or whatever, then sorry, that's going down. You're going, you know, you're Fallout Boying, going down. But if you choose to either go no contact or, you know, reconcile with, you know, that period of your life, or, you know, in any way actually deal with the situation, then you're free to enter the pearly gates. So it's kind of a both. Let's play it at the same time. Play it at the same time. Purgatory? Yeah, right now you're in purgatory. All right. There we go. Both. They're like in the middle. Yeah, they're Malcolm. Earth, basically. Yeah, you're still on Earth. Exactly. All right. Liminal space in the back rooms. Into the back rooms. Next confession. It's about time to get to the next confession. Please. What? No, vaping is not allowed in a church. Yeah, put it away. It doesn't matter whether it's cherry or not. No, incense also no. Like, whichever flavor, it's not allowed to do outside. Okay. When I was 11 years old, I asked my dad if he would be okay if I dated and married someone outside of our culture at the time. My dad couldn't give an answer. Literally 10 years later, before my dad was diagnosed with dementia, it was the summer leading into my senior year of university. I went home around the weekend of my birthday to celebrate with my family. My mom sent my dad and I to the store to get more food. The drive to the store was quiet. There was no previous conversation that could have prompted it, but my dad randomly said along the lines he didn't care about the ethnicity of my partner, only that we loved each other. Oh, well, that's nice. I was stunned because I asked him this so long ago and didn't expect him to ever follow up years later. I don't think I said much because I was so shocked and confused about why he brought it up, because I wasn't seeing anyone. It honestly meant a lot to hear my dad give his blessing. This was something I always thought about and knew that my preferences wouldn't align with what my parents wanted. Growing up, I eventually understood why my parents weren't open to their children marrying outside of their culture, simply due to the language barrier. It wasn't out of selfishness, ill intention, or ignorance, but were concerned if they would get along and communicate with my future partner. I remember as a kid, I hoped my parents would want me to be happy. I don't know what the future holds and what will happen by then, but I'm glad I got an answer from one of my parents, my dad. Just didn't expect to wait 10 years later. I'm thankful this interaction happened before the diagnosis of dementia, because this is one of the memories that I think of fondly. Ooh, long message. Oh god, I gotta hydrate. That is very sweet. That's a very sweet story. I am surprised not only was that in his mind for like 10 years, but he didn't bring it up like earlier. Is like, I wonder what he was thinking, like why he was stalling a little bit there. But it is very sweet. But oh shit, we're getting an ad break, so I'm gonna pause. We're putting a really quick pause so that people don't, they don't have to miss out on anything. But yeah, that is a very sweet story. He's just been sitting on this for a while. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's honestly, it's always like scary, right? Because you never know what your folks will say. You never know what your parents will say when it comes to a situation like that. And luckily, I myself, I have very open-minded parents. I don't think I would ever have to worry about any of that. So I'm definitely fortunate in that situation, but I do know that it still happens, and it fucking sucks, man. Fucking sucks. God, I gotta hydrate so much. I'm reading so much. I do love the detailed stories, though. I do love the detailed stories. It's very fun. Very fun. I have friends from different countries who are open-minded, and their parents are just too stuck in their ways. It really sucks. It really sucks. It's such a I will say, the stream is quite relaxing. I like the background music here. I actually tried to figure out how to like animate the background image so it would move a little bit. Holy shit, is that just like impossible to do in OBS? I was not able to make it work. It's very hard. Oh my god. How are you enjoying the streams, chat? I feel like I can lock in on something with the stream. Yeah, exactly. How are you enjoying it, by the way? I'm gotta be honest with you, chat. I'm really enjoying like these types of streams where we do more like community engagement stuff. Like, you posting like YouTube videos that I can watch or stuff like that. Like, it's so fun. I think this is definitely the kind of streams I'll be doing a lot more of as well when we have the debut. Also, chat, very quickly, I think next week I'm gonna be playing Mixtape. It's like a game that came out. It got like super high reviews. The only thing I'm not too sure about, apparently, like there's no streamer mode. Like the music is just going to be like actual songs, so it's probably not going to be able to to be a VOD, sadly. But yeah, mixtape probably next week. All right, let's get back in character, shall we? I feel like the community is small enough that we don't have to worry about previewing everything thing submitted, makes it more organic. That being said, I did, you know, I wanted it to be fresh with me. I did have the mods kind of like, you know, double check everything. So, bongas in chat for the mods for helping out with that. Oh my god, this is a long one. Oh my god. Chat, hold up. I will be right back. I gotta get water for this one. This is an insanely long post. I love it though. Love it though. We wouldn't want the stream to end too early, but I need fresh fucking water for this. I'll be right back. Okay, chat, I'm back. I also got a throat candy. I love the longer posts though. That's amazing. Hold up. Alright, there is a TLDR at the start, but I feel like it would be kind of a spoiler. Last year, I had an unexpected death in my immediate family. I had this acquaintance who I met online who was very talented in their art, and I always wanted to commission something from them but never had anything in mind. They specialized in a specific style, and I asked them to commission a piece that would be very special to commemorate his family member. I messaged them about the commission and details if they were available and interested. They replied right away with condolences, and they would be honored to make the art piece. The artist stated that they already had some commissions ahead of me, and I was okay with that because I didn't have a specific deadline in mind. Now this is where I was at fault. I never gave them a deadline, but I didn't expect that the following would happen. About a month later, the artist explained about experiencing a health scare. They shared that their work would be delayed due to surgery. Not much personal detail was mentioned at that time. At the end of the month, I followed them up on the commission, and the artist said due to the surgery, progress would be a little slow, and they just finished the commission that was ahead of me, and they could fully focus on my commission. I was sympathetic to their situation and asked them to keep me updated. A month later, September, I followed up again, and the artist mentioned having to receive more care as the health scare became more severe and it had taken its toll on the artist. However, they claimed to still be working on my commission. Again, I was understanding, and I wished the artist well into their healing journey. I was made unaware of how severe the surgery and aftermath was. If the healing process was very tolling on the artist, I would have preferred the artist to be upfront with me that perhaps I could cancel my commission altogether in order for them to focus on their health. I spoke with a friend how I felt concerned and suspicious, but still wanted to give the artist the benefit of the doubt. How I fear I wouldn't get my commission because I waited over 4 to 5 months. Without going into too much detail, I heard from my friend that the artist I commissioned from had entered into an art competition. Normally that wouldn't be something to be upset about, but it was the fact that they entered and won the competition with their submission of a hand-drawn art piece. I am upset because they chose to prioritize this free fan art contest over a paid commission. This artist had 4 to 5 months in advance to work on my paid commission. This free art contest, as far as I know, was only a month-long period. If my memory serves me correctly, I was under the impression working on commissions took a toll on the artist. How was this any different with a hand-drawn piece? I understand when it came to health concerns and financial struggles, but at this point I felt betrayed, disrespected, and taken advantage of. I felt at that point that my commission wasn't something they were interested in anymore, nor was prioritized, because if it was, they would have finished it by now. The artists had the capability to reach out and talk to me if they didn't have the time or the resources to finish it. I would have understood and we could have parted on good terms, but of course they did not. I of course messaged the artist I wanted to cancel my commission. I've been waiting for over 5 months and it was a digital piece. I couldn't believe a digital piece could take over 5 months, and after not receiving any updates since August, I wanted a refund. And of course now they decided to respond and reply. To be honest, it was full of excuses and they could only give me a partial refund. Honestly, better than nothing. I did feel bad, but I must remember I paid this artist a service and they did not deliver. I simply replied back in a polite way. I prefer they cancel my commission, and I felt that they should focus on their health and I'd accept the partial refund. In the end, I never got my commission nor commissioned anyone since my family member's passing. I did get my partial refund and felt it was best for me to block the artist. Yes, I was upset with the artist, but honestly I was more disappointed with them. They claim they needed money. I wanted to support them, but instead I got dropped for free fan art for an incompetent wannabe content creator whose prize was their own merch. I hope that sweatshirt was worth it. I'm sure you could cut it up and feed yourself for a week or two. Oh, the pettiness. I chose not to reveal in the DMs with the artist about knowing about the art contents, since it involved a third party, and that's a can of worms I personally do not want to get into. That's a story for another day. TLDR, a family member passes away, so I wanted to commission an art piece from someone, but 5 months later I wasn't given any more work in progress. Then eventually learned this artist entered an art competition and won instead of working on my paid commission. Holy fuck. This is rage-inducing. This is actually fucking rage-inducing. The fact that they got off was just a partial, like they only had to do a partial refund, brother. Or real priest like a brother. No, this is insane. So here's the thing, right? I do commissions, right? I've done commissions in the past, and I have also commissioned people, right, for art and stuff like that. And I've been extremely fortunate. Like I've heard nightmare scenario experiences from both sides of that type of business relationship. That being said, I think I told you all before that for some reason when I did the last commission thing, people just didn't know that commissioning meant that you had to pay money. Apparently people were not aware, and some of them were legitimately angry, even though You know, that's probably the worst experience I've had with commissioning. It's fucking insane to me, but you know that's why I now have in complete bold like, hey, this is paid commission. But not to take away from the story, yeah. No, the facts. Okay, here's the thing, right? What turns it up from like, oh, this is rage inducing to like literally, I am so fucking angry with you, not with you, like side by side with you, or you know what I mean, is the fact that it was like a commission, like because like a commission for a family member that passed away, right? That is, and the fact that they then prioritized like this t-shirt contest art piece to that is fucking crazy. That is so disrespectful. It's already disrespectful to do it, like, you know, you ignoring shit and then still going for like the art contest. It is crazy that this artist did that. That is fucking insane. I'm actually like, while I was reading it, I got angrier and angrier. However, you know, wrath is a sin. You know, I guess. Yeah, you. Okay, you. Confessor. I guess confessor is the right word. You're going to heaven. You're going to heaven. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. The artist. There we go. There we go. Stories like these are why I don't trust random commissioners' DMs on Discord. It can be a bit of a risk, yes. All right. I like the confessor's writing style. It was honestly very well written. Yeah, I agree. Hold up. Do I do a little for the next one? I'll do like a Gregorian chant. Amazing. Welcome. Singing lessons were worth the money. I thought I could have done better. I'm not warmed up. Pop off church choir. I literally just ripped off Mojo Pin from Jeff Buckley at the beginning there. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Although it's not really a sin, but when I went on holiday a couple of years ago, I mixed up my toothpaste and cream because they were in the similarly sized tiny white travel packaging tubes. And for 2 days in a row, I was brushing my teeth with cream. I was really weird because it ended up lathering like soap on my teeth, and the toothpaste I had was mild, so I couldn't tell. On the third day, I went to put cream on my hands and I realized it was toothpaste. I'm horrified to this day. Okay, so I didn't get it at first. I thought you meant like you brought fucking like cooking cream with you. Hand cream. I see, like, I see. Oh, fuck. That's bad. How did you not notice? I did that as a kid and once almost brushed my teeth with a diaper cream. Oh no. Moisturizing her in hell. Oh my god. Oh my god. Your teeth, holy shit. They must have been like They must have been like begging for like fluoride or something. Oh my god. That is like cringe inducing, like cringe not as in like embarrassing, but just like, oh, holy fuck. Here's the thing though, you didn't really do anything wrong. You just made a mistake and you suffered pretty dearly for it, you know. Oh, spoilers. Yeah, you're going to you're going to heaven. Welcome to heaven. Don't worry about like. So when you come to heaven, you might get snow blindness. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Your teeth look so smooth. Thanks. You should try it. I use CeraVe. All right. Come forward. Hi, what's up, Sugar and Spice? We're doing a confession stream from the chats and the Discord. Come forward, new confessor. Yes. I don't have all day. But who walks that fucking slow? Come on here. Okay, great. Hope I'm not late. We're about like halfway through the confessions, or not really. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I was skateboarding last year when a small rock took me out. My board flew into a parked car's bumper and dented it. I picked up my skateboard, looked at the dent for a second, and ran away. Oh no. That poor car. Here's the thing, right? I would be pretty pissed. I gotta be honest with you, if that happened to me, I would be pretty fucking pissed. That being said, skate or die, right? Yeah, skate or die, let's go. Do people still say that? I don't think mercy can be given. What do you think, chat? What do you think? It is a somewhat, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is a little bit aggravating. It's like, as an insurance agent, Burnham, I do not want to be on the wrong side of an insurance agent, that's for sure. I'm sorry, but that is sinful. It is pretty sinful. I'm sorry, but you're going down. Get down on it. All right. Here we go. Next confession. Sorry, it is what it is. That being said, I appreciate people actually putting like really sinful things in there, you know? Oh, this is a big one. Big story time coming up. Oh. Chat, you are not ready for the fucking first sentence. You are not ready. I was the one who shit in the litter box. It was summer 2023 when I went to this guy's house for a cute last-minute date. Last minute as in, he texted me to come over right as I was washing dishes from breakfast. I was probably ovulating and skipped like half of my morning routine just to get there. When I got there, he asked for help to set some stuff up since people were coming over later. Later actually meant in like less than 2 hours, and it wasn't a date at all. But he was so hot, and he did help me move at the start of the semester. The people pleaser in me couldn't say no, so I'm moving tables and shit, really putting my back into it. But the Raisin Bran flakes I had for breakfast were quickly making their way through my system. Girl, what are we doing? I tried to hold it in. But every time I bent over to pick something up, my hole was one wrong move away from making a chocolate surprise. I can barely go to the bathroom outside of my own house, and I wasn't planning on doing manual labor. It was just an unfortunate combination of events. To make cover, I told him he could finish up the living area while I took on the bathroom and bedroom. People were going to start coming over pretty soon. At that point, I had to work fast. I turned on the vacuum and started vacuuming in the bedroom, making my way to the bathroom, connected to the bedroom, with the vacuum on noise coverage. I give birth to it's getting explicit. To a small stinky banana length log, a vacuum still on and everything. I wipe and whatnot, ready to get up and pretend nothing happened. The toilet didn't fucking flush. God fucking do it. Oh, God fucking do it. Alright. I was fucking mortified. As I was pacing around the bathroom, vacuum still on by the way, I started to hear voices coming from the living area. People were already showing up. Who the hell shows up to a party 10 minutes earlier anyway? I had to think fast because I was vacuuming for a little while now. I took the plastic bag that was lining his trash and picked up my shit with it, like I was cleaning up after a dog. Thing is that the main trash was in the living area and the bag was clear, so there was nothing for me to do with the shit in my hand, especially now that people are over. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. I walked back to the bedroom and turned off the vacuum because it had been running for a suspiciously long time. As I unplugged the vacuum with my foot, my eyes saw gold. The litter box. It was an uncovered metal box with decently clean litter. I dropped my shit in the litter box, burying it to make it seem like a cat just did her business a little larger than usual. I flattened the plastic bag, triple tied it, and put it behind the toilet to dispose of after the party. I went back out with the room actually not really cleaned at all and started to talk to the people there. I thought I got away with it until like 3 hours later, cute guy TM went into his room and noticed it smelled a lot worse than usual. By this point, there were a minimum of 30 people there. He thought someone puked, so he started looking around and saw a large mass in the litter. He literally yelled out, "Who shit in the litter box?" The entire party went quiet, minus the music. I think I experienced a pre-menopausal hot flash. Two of his friends were closer to him, had made their way to the bedroom and confirmed the massive shit in the litter box. People started conversing amongst themselves and some girl asked, "Are you sure it's not your cat?" Cute guy TM said, "No, it can't be because his fucking cat is at his sister's house for the day." Fucking goddamn it. People started The shit chatter eventually died back down. It's a normal party chatter, as I'm not saying a word. One of my friends asked me if everything's okay, and I just said some straight bullshit that I'm not feeling the best and need to head out. I pretend to stumble my way towards the door, and I strolled, then walked and jogged, then virtually sprint my way down making my way down the stairs in heels. I ghosted him after that. I heard that one of the drunk party animal guys got blamed for it, but he kept denying it. Wonder why. I never spoke to him again. Sorry, cute guy TM. Alright, so like, the obvious like question here, right, is like, you could have handled this a lot better, right? You could have literally just like still had the plastic bag, go outside, find it like a trash can, right? And dump it in there, right? Like double plastic bag it even. Like there probably even is like a fucking like doggy trash can or something that you could have put it in. Okay, you could have just said like, hey, I'm going out, right? That being said, you were probably panicking. But yeah, I agree, you did handle this in probably the worst way possible. Like, you could have probably even been like, yo, the toilet is clogged, right? Like, it's a little bit embarrassing, but you can probably have someone else like come over and fix it. Why didn't they put it in the toilet? Yeah, exactly, right? There's nothing wrong with the toilet being clogged. Why didn't they put it in the toilet? She never threw away the bag. No, she did throw away the bag. They did throw away the bag, and also, I think they tried putting it in the toilet, but it was clogged, right? I think this is probably the word. Like you had like a bunch of different like decision trees, right? Like a different like decision options, and you went for the wrong one basically every single time. Is this sinful? To preface, this was an unfortunate circumstance for you, and I genuinely do feel very bad for you. Okay. It's like picking the clearly bad choice in a game just to see the plot. Here's the thing, okay? I would have said you would have been absolved. However, that one guy did get blamed for it, right? So it's not like your choices didn't have any impact, right? Like another person got blamed for it. That's kind of that kind of sucks. So I'm sorry. We're flushing you down. We're flushing you down. It is what it is. There we go. There we go. Actually, hold on. Got 5. There we go. There we go. This is not the time for puns. No, it is. It is so. There we go. It is. Chat. You gotta be harsh but fair. You gotta be harsh but fair. That was that being Jesus. That being said, crazy fucking story. It's fucking hilarious. I loved it. That was amazing. All right. If they came out and told him, they could have had a laugh. Honestly, best way to test if a guy's like cool or not is if you just tell them, and then he's like, you can judge by his reaction whether he's a keeper or not. All right. Next confession, please come to. Yeah, no. Yep, it is that high up. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Great. I'm still a virgin, and I'm okay with that. Although I feel lonely, I don't think that's a good enough reason to be with someone. I'm not ready to be vulnerable to someone just yet, to have them thrown into my life with how chaotic it can be at times. Dating as of now feels very saturated, competitive, and scary due to hookup culture, performative men, politics, etc. For now, I'll stick to listening to boyfriend audios until I feel ready to date for marriage. Hey, that's your completely, your prerogative, 100%. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm not saying whether that's it's right or wrong to wait for marriage or or date for marriage. Completely up to you. nothing wrong with this. Absolutely nothing wrong with this. Yeah, no, this is not a sin. It is a nice palate cleanser, I agree. Very, you know, very wholesome message. And you are getting sent up. You're getting sent up. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. It's always double playing. We will have an ad break, and I also... No, I think my throat is fine. We can hang out a little bit, and then we'll just, you know, hang out here for a little while. I think it's 1.5 minutes or so. Let me, I see that there's also some new confessions that came in. Mods, could you like very quickly check the newer ones, just to see if they oh, yeah, there's some new ones. If you could very quickly check and maybe like put in, you know, delete the ones that are maybe over the line. I don't think there have been many at all, but it is you know, kind of important to make sure that I don't read anything where like one person would like literally be like, yo, yeah, I murdered someone in 1968, right? It was limited to one per confession. Was it limited to one confession per person? No, just don't like completely like spam it, right? Don't like completely spam the confessions. I think like 3 is fine. 3 is a good limit. By the way, chat, I haven't even asked, how was your day? How was your day? Let's put the reverb down. Let's get out of character. How was your day? How was your day? Imagine all 14 were one person. That would be crazy. That person would be leading like a crazy life. I made one confession. I hope I didn't miss it. You can just watch the VOD as well. Good? Nice, nice, nice. I'm very excited to play mixtape. Okay. Wait, chat. How many fucking like games have we actually finished on stream? I think it's literally just Dispatch, right? Walking around IKEA and listening. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Did you get some nice IKEA meatballs, vegetarian or otherwise? Yeah, I think literally we've only finished Dispatch. We gotta cross out some more, like, or, you know, check some more finished games. When did you play Dispatch? I think I missed that one. I think it was in like October, November, something like that. It was a fun time. I like the game as well. Was there a lot of reading in that game? No, I don't think so. Everything was voice acted. I kind of have like the opposite thing when streaming, where I'm like, I feel like if I don't yap like constantly, I'm losing people's attention. So I'm like very not used to having like games where like there's like full voice acting, because then it's like, oh shit, do I, you know, how much should I talk? How much should I not talk? It feels like ages ago, yeah. I mean, it was a while back. That being said, chat, you know, after the debut, I think I've decided on the game that I'm going to be bringing back. I think there was a shit ton of potential with Dark Souls. We really gotta play Dark Souls. I think that's like... There are certain like games, right? Like stream games that are both like very fun to watch, and like you can just jump in whenever. Start doing speedruns to complete more games. I would be a terrible speedrunner. I'm fucking terrible at like playing fast. But there are like 2 types of games that are like very good. One of them being like horror games, and yes, we will be doing a Spooktober this year. We skipped it last year, but we're doing a Spooktober this year. And the second one is like ragey inducing games. Not to say that Dark Souls is just pure rage inducing games, that's kind of minimizing what it is. But like super challenging games like that will be fun. Will be fun. Yeah, I'm doing some research on what we can do for Spooktober. Doing some research. We'll be doing the same format as last time. All right. Let's get back into it. Oh, this is a short one. Nice. Come on up to the podium. Oh, my perfume, what I'm wearing, it's actually a favorite of mine, a great favorite. It's the Chanel Edition Blanche. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a good one. Thank you for asking. Thank you. Had a guy tell me during sex that I was a MILF, lol. That's so funny. That's so fucking funny considering like the fucking like novella of text that we got last time, and now it's just like, had a guy tell me during sex that I was a MILF. Alright. I mean, that's not really a sin, is it? That's a compliment. Hell yeah, good for you. Good shit. Alright. How can we you know, I'm biased. I wanna put you up there, up in heaven. How can we justify this one? You know, arguably the greatest people in the Bible were mothers, right? Mother Mary, right? Gotta say, Mother Mary kinda hot, so let's go, you're going up. Oh. Going up. There we go. Amazing. Yep. Jesus, no. Jesus, you're not supposed to do that. Oh, God. Oh, that's a nice position. Oh, Jesus, goddamn. All right. Didn't know you had that kind of game. All right. Anyway. Let me really quickly, there we go. All right. All right. Come up to the confession booth. Come up to the yeah. Yes, you as well. All right. All three of you, yeah. I skim read it really quickly. Yeah, your three boyfriends as well. All right, here we go. I have a thing for sex with the possibility of getting caught. So with my three most serious boyfriends, I went to their office to visit and ended up giving them BJs. Not planned, just sort of happened. One was in his private office, another in the file room of his office. It was after hours. Another was also after hours in a private phone booth, phone room. Yo, first of all, fucking nice. Oh, God. My fucking water bottle fell down. I think that was God fucking punishing me. That was God punishing me. I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry. That actually freaked me the fuck out. That scared the shit out of me. I'm putting my fucking water bottle back on the bed. I thought they were all in the same building. Apparently not. I think they just went out. Clip it. I thought something fell on you. No, my water bottle just fell down. First of all, yeah, fucking nice. God's like too spicy. That's fucking dope. That's good. I think that might be the spiciest of the ones that we just got. W confession. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. I think heaven will be too fucking boring for you. I think it'll be too boring for you. I don't think you'll have a fun fucking time in heaven. So you know what? I'm giving you my blessing to go down, you and your 3 boyfriends. I think you'll have more fun down there. You're you know. Have a fun time. Have a fun time. Alright, alright. Dirty Diana over here? Hell yeah. Love it, love it. Alright. Next confessor, please come. What do you have that? No, I don't want any tuna salad. I'm good. How old is that tuna salad? Oh my god. That is a health hazard. Please. Yeah, just chuck it. Chuck it. I don't care if you break the glass, just chuck it. Alright. A few years ago, my grandma started deteriorating mentally and physically very quickly. I already feel bad about doing the tuna salad bit, you know? I became her only caregiver at 19, and I had been with my partner for 5 years at that point. With all of this added stress, I kept pushing my partner away. One night, my grandmother had a moment of lucidity and told me how much she saw my partner love me and that I should focus on fixing things. She passed the next morning, and me and my partner have been healthy and together for 10 years. Oh, that's so cute. Well, it is very cute that your partner have been together now, and my condolences. It is a very sweet story, a sad story, but like also very sweet. Very, very, very sweet. You know, I cannot put you anywhere but up there. Everyone involved in the story. There we go. There we go. What a mix of stories we got, chat. Oh god. I here's the thing, I'm not reading them, but I like very quickly look at the message. We're just in for a whiplash. Hold up, I gotta Yeah, I have to like read this one. Yeah, okay, no, that's it. Just had to really double check whether it was against the rules or not, but it's not. I once had a friendly online relationship with a guy in my city. After 2.5 months or so, it got much more flirty, and we would basically sex over email and would exchange slightly spicy photos. At the time, I was a teacher with a class of about 15 kids. One of my kids, his mom, was single, and I'd never met his dad. One day, he picked him up and happened to see a tattoo he had on the inside of his arm that looked really familiar. At the time, I didn't make the connection. Then a few days later, it hit me. I went back and looked at the photos my spicy friend had sent me. Turns out I had been chatting with my students' dad. I never made the relationship IRL, but damn, I was really tempted because he was a hot dad. Oh, wait, I got a double read. So like, one of my kids, his mom was single and I had never met his dad. Oh, damn. You made the right call though. You made the right call. That is the right call, 100%. Even though I understand the temptation, I'm glad you didn't fall for it. That kid, yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. You know, you made the right call with that one. My god, the fucking whiplash of like these sweet stories, and then there's like, oh shit, like fucking like drama tea stories. Maybe everyone has that tattoo. Tattoos, even if they're like similar, also depending on like position, right? Like it becomes very easy to identify people with tattoos. All right. Yeah, nothing, honestly, You're going up. You're going up. I don't want to make. Maybe I should have made it a little bit more tense, but you're going up. You made the right call. Well done. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Next confessor. Next confessor. Moonwalking to the altar is a choice. All right. I was in a serious relationship with a man for 2 years. Like asking me my ring size kind of serious. Out of nowhere, he breaks up with me and blocks me everywhere. I was completely devastated and moved 500 miles away to be closer to family. Shortly after, I found he was in a 10-year relationship with another woman, and I let her know what happened. She was private, asked for a little proof, and thanked me. Then a friend found while he and I were together, the two of them bought a $550 house in fucking Chicago. She found their mortgage and warranty deed through the county's clerk's office. Did I sign him up for a random catalogs and mailer? Maybe. Did I tell my Chicago friends where he lived, what car he drove, and then let them to their own devices? Maybe. Nothing illegal, more bothersome, or so I've been told. About every 6 months, my friends check to see if they sold the house because I know they aren't living together. We have champagne on standby for an impromptu FaceTime celebration, but we'll probably forget. Fully healed, so now it's just funny because he's such a loser. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Holy shit. But from what I'm reading here, so like the other girl stayed with him? That's fucking crazy. Champagne on standby is a very funny phrase, yeah. So like, the other girl just decided to stay with him even though, I mean, he also cheated on her for like 10 years unless she didn't even know. That's fucking crazy. That fucking sucks, but holy shit. Why do people do this? Just hurts others like it's nothing. Yeah, it's fucking insane. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, I've done I'm pretty sure this is obvious for everyone, right? Like, I've done like cheating audios. I've never cheated before in my entire life. I have no fucking interest in it, right? Literally, like, that is one thing where it's like, for an audio, you know, or, you know, if it's like a sexual fantasy you might have, fine, but like acting on it, literally go fuck yourself, right? Yeah. Fantasy, yeah, IRL, hell no, exactly. Can absolutely differentiate with that. So yeah, you're going up here. The confessor. You know what? Your ex though, not only going to heaven, to hell, going to Giga Hell. Okay, you're going to Giga Hell. There we go. In Giga Hell, they don't even have hourly TikTok brain rot videos that you can watch. That's it. You're just stuck there. You're just stuck there. Super hell, exactly. And this is the last confession, chat. 6, 7, 7. The last confession. That's the name of a fucking movie or something. The last confession is here, chat. What are you saying? Sorry, can you come a little closer? Oh, you think? Oh, really? Okay, well, they're definitely going to hell then. Oh my god! All right, that was just between me and the confessor. I had a crush on a guy, and I decided to smoke weed for the first time at a party where he was. We smoked out of a big bong, and he did it so smoothly, I was almost intimidated. my dumb ass decided to act cool. I didn't know that you had to pull the piece out of the smoke to escape. He took it out looking super confused. I took so much of it. I coughed and threw up. Yeah. Checks out for a first time smoking weed experience. That's very funny. I'm really... What was the first time I smoked weed? I think it was also out of a bong, but like they really taught me well, so I didn't really have any issues with it. Yeah, I did have like one time where I gotta be honest with you, I'm such a fucking freeloader. I don't know how to fucking roll weed. Don't know how to do it. I always just ask people to do it for me. I prefer bongs anyway. Don't like the tobacco. Anyway, that's just funny. You're not going to hell. Wait, didn't we send someone? Didn't we send someone to hell because they were smoking the devil's lettuce? Shit. Alright, but hell's getting a little bit full, so fuck it, we're hypocrites. You're going, you know what? Everything in balance. You're going to heaven. You're going to heaven. There we go. Rage baiting chat. All right. Thank you so much for the confessions, chat. Thank you. What's that? What's that? You want me to do a confession? You want me to do a confession, chat? I mean, it's only fair, right? Yes, confess. Let me think. I have a few stories. I thought of doing this like literally during stream, so you'll have to forgive me that I'm really trying to think here. Okay, I do have I have a somewhat innocent one, but still kind of fun. Chat, I'm sorry to say, but your streamer is a thief. Caught. It's time for me to confess. I'm a thief. I think I must have been around 10 years old. And I was at my friend's house, right? And we were hanging out. We were just having fun, right? And afterwards, as I was leaving, I saw that his dad put like, do you know like how with stairs, there's always that like one column, right? There's that like one column that's just like, you know, for allowing the bend to happen. And he put 20 cents on top of it. And I don't know what came over me. Like, there is this like feeling of like really wanting to do something. And it like felt so powerful inside of me that I was like, I want that 20 cents so bad. I want it so bad. So I kept looking at it. And he was doing some stuff in another room. And I swiped that shit. I swiped that shit. He came back and he was like, oh, I could have sworn I put those 20 cents there. And I was like, And I left and I got 20 cents. Orpheus, I want those 20 cents. Wait. You're him? Chat. I will let you judge me. Okay, let's do a poll. I can do another confession after this. I have another fun one, actually. But for the first one, let's do a poll. Tell me if I go up or if I go down. You're fired from the start? What the fuck? 20 cents is a lot as a kid? Yo, 20 cents is a lot. It's like a candy, right? Yeah. Ooh, people are divided. 7%. Holy. Ooh, this is a divisive one. Are you really sending me to hell just for what I did as a child? Chat, what? Oh no. I'm sorry. Is that not enough? You can't be forgiven? What the fuck? It's so close. Wait, it's so fucking close. I'm scared. No, please. Chat, please. You can't do this to me. I'm your streamer. Doesn't that mean something? Think of all the Help me! No! Alright. What the fuck? Alright, well, I did. Hold up. Let me see if, okay, thanks for sending me down here, chat. I mean, goddamn, wait. That's a crazy BDSM party there. Holy shit. Oh, fuck, they're really going at it. Alright. You have to get Eurydice? True. Don't know where she is, though. Chad, I got another confession, but you already sent me to hell. One more confession. Because I was a fucking little shit. So I really had this issue as a kid where I think it's like called the Call of the Void or something, where I would like focus on doing something and it would be like, it would almost be impossible to ignore. So, my parents were driving 120 fucking like kilometers or something, or like 100 kilometers, I don't remember, through a fucking tunnel. It was like around 11 p.m. And I looked at the door. I looked at my door, and I think I was like fucking 9 years old. I was looking at the fucking door of the car that I was right next to. And I'm eyeing that fucking, like, I'm eyeing it. I'm eyeing, like, the unlocking thingy, right? Not the unlocking thingy, like the handle to open the door. And I'm staring at it for like a straight 2 minutes. And I'm like, fuck it, let's see what happens. So I open it. Literally, my dad hit the brakes fucking immediately. We were so fucking lucky that like no one else was in the tunnel. He literally turns around, screams at me, being like, close the fucking door. What the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, okay. And then my parents thought I was like a fucking psychopath kid for like maybe a few weeks. So yeah, it's almost killed my fucking parents because that being said, should have used the fucking safety locks. Should have used the safety locks. Don't know why they didn't do that. It's on them, honestly. Luckily, I don't act on my intrusive thoughts anymore. I don't. Otherwise I would just be constantly doing like 6, 7, 6, 7. Like I did just now, Alright. Thank you so much for the commission, for the confessions, chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That was fun. That was really fun, chat. Normal kid stuff, yeah. I'm trying to think of like non-kids. Do you want to know a really bad one? Okay, I got one more. I got one more left in me. This one, I don't know if I've told this on stream before. It's something I look back on and I'm still fucking embarrassed by it. there was this girl, right? And I got no fucking excuses. I was like fucking 16 or something. There was this girl. We were at a party and we really hit it off, right? And the thing is, she had a boyfriend at the time. So even though it was very obvious that we were like, you know, interested, nothing happened, right? Nothing happened. However, we stayed in contact for a bit because I knew her through like a friend and stuff like that. This is not going to go where you think it's gonna go, by the way, chat. Literally, it's you don't know what actually happened. So we've known each other for like a year at this point, right? And this person, she is hosting another party. And, you know, our friend, the one that I, you know, hit it off with pretty well, also decided to come to that party. So I go over to the party and, you know, I'm having a fun time. And then she, you know, she's a little bit later. She comes, you know, gets into the living room. I see her. We kind of lock eyes, right? She's smiling at me. And I go up to her. And she's like, hey. Says my name. How's it going? And I say, sorry, who are you again? Chat, literally, I felt like I was possessed by someone because I don't know. I don't know, chat. You remember this one? I definitely told it on stream. Literally, I think I was possessed by some kind of fucking malicious trickster entity that just decided to make me say literally the worst thing you could say. She like looked at me and was like, what did this motherfucker just say to me, right? And that being said, she had another boyfriend at the time. Nothing was gonna happen anyway. It was just a really dick move. It was a, like, literally, she was like, are you kidding? Like, you do know me, right? And I'm like, oh, yeah, right? She was pissed at me for the entire fucking party, and I was just embarrassed out of my fucking mind and wanted to leave as quickly as possible. I did not know what the fuck happens at that time. That being said, I was not the most embarrassing person at that party because someone decided it was like a fun thing to do, to like mix crackers and fucking Red Bull and some other disgusting shit and have people like spit in the like fucking cup and drink it up. So I was not the worst at that party. When it happened to me, I cried for the whole day. I apologize as someone who's done it. That, like, I don't know what the fuck came over to me. Also, kids are nasty. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. That was fucking weird. I think that might have been, like, that still haunts me, chat. That fucking haunts me. It isn't even like, should have apologized. I absolutely should have. It isn't even the fact, like, it's not like I was like, oh, I fumbled it or something. It was just a dig move. It was just a dig, like, move to do, right? Probably told her friend group about you, probably. Probably fucking deserves it too. Thank God, like, I don't think I was the worst teenager, but that's probably top 3 worst things that I've ever done. Could have said, ha, just kidding. Hey man, I wasn't that clever. I wasn't that clever. But you do dumb bullshit as a teenager, right? We all do dumb bullshit. At least you're embarrassed and sorry about it. I know people who think acting like this isn't wrong. True, right? like, here's the thing, right? Like, yeah, people just do shitty things, but like, it's the way that you handle it and reflect on it that, you know, matters quite a bit. It doesn't always excuse things, but it definitely matters. To be honest, some still do. Definitely matters. Yeah. That being said, that is not like, I do genuinely have a problem with names, right? I have a genuine problem with names. But that wasn't a problem, like, that was not a name thing. That was literally me just fucking lying for no reason. But I do have like a thing, like, where I cannot fucking remember names. I'm way better with faces, which makes it a little bit difficult, especially in the streaming world, right? That being said, if you tell me some niche fucking fact about you, I'll remember it for like 10 years. I don't know why, but I'll remember it. Like, genuinely, I don't know why. Yeah. Chat, that being said, I think that was a fun stream. However, I think we gotta stop over there. We did some confessions. I confessed, you confessed, you know. Streamer said some embarrassing things, and we got some great stories out of it. So next week, what's gonna be on the menu? It's all part of the menu. I accidentally ate some carpers just now. How the fuck does that happen? We should do another stream like this. Yeah, we can definitely do another stream like this. I'll try and think of more things I can confess as well. Oh, Jay's literally like playing as a character with a cross in his hand. Yo, I want everyone to give a like super amazing raid, like messages and congratulations to Jay Radiant, because it is his Twitch partner anniversary. That's crazy. And once again, we are dodging the ads. We're dodging the ads. Let's go. All right. So, God fucking damn it, I always mispronounce his name. Jay Radiant. Why do I always read it as Radiant? Anyway. There we go. Chat, thank you so much for joining. I'll see you next week. We're gonna be playing Mixtape, definitely. That's gonna be fun. See you all next